everybody, welcome back to the show. I'm Christopher Dahl. Hey, welcome to another Wednesday night Space Art Live. Thank you all for joining. We got Edie here already. Hello, Edie from New York City. Wonderful. Thank you all for showing up, and welcome back to the live stream. I'm yelling and peeking my microphone. I'm so sorry. Okay, everybody. I know we took last week off, and I apologize for that. I had fully expected to grab the live stream, but we moved. Well, we just like moving a lot. So anyway, thank you for your patience. We're back this week. Hello, Rhonda. How you doing tonight? Good to see you, Rhonda. Hello. Thank you for joining. We are having a good time. I am sitting amongst a lot of boxes here in the studio. It's pretty cool. The nice thing is, I was telling Stephanie tonight, since we did actually go through a lot of stuff, we did get rid of a lot of things. So the things that we are finding now in all of these boxes are things we've curated that we know we want to keep. So it's pretty cool. Like, everything's really great. It's kind of fun to see everything. But yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot in the room right now, actually. It's for a minute, I was getting a little concerned that it was going to get claustrophobic, kind of a bit like my office was back home. But I keep forgetting there's still enormous parts of this basement that we've barely touched. So it's going to be cool. Excellent. And for those of you on Patreon, I have got it. I'm working on a little update that'll be fun. It's going to be a video update. I used to work at a video store called Video Update. That's very weird for me to say that in this context. But anyway, so that's coming up very soon. Thank you. Very cool. It's been an exciting fall at the Dollhouse Katina / Space Art by Christopher Dahl. But let's kick off some jams, shall we, everybody? Let's go ahead and get some things going. As always, let me know if the music is too loud and not loud enough. But yeah, and if you like the stream, go ahead and hit the like button. That helps everything. Actually, I forgot to look at YouTube. No, everything's jamming great on YouTube. It's going to be really cool. We're doing good on YouTube, which is really great. I'm very happy about this. So yeah, thank you. I keep peeking the microphone. I think it's because I keep getting so damn close to it. Let's get to the painting. So hey, Iridium's here. How you doing? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. Hey, I keep playing around with the stuff over here. So let's go to the art view. Let me. I think we've all seen Forgotten Futures. I'm gonna dismiss that for today, and let me do a little maneuver. You know. There we go. All right. CL Fantasy Waves is here. How you doing? Good to see you. We moved every 3 years when I was a kid. All normal for a move. Yeah, you know, it had been about 22 years for us since we'd moved last. And in that time, we accumulated a lot of things. Which that's just what happens, right? I mean, it was a much needed purge, let's put it that way. But yeah, so Stephanie's doing great. She's been upstairs. Plus, we were it kind of knocked us on our butts a little bit, to be honest with you. It was a pretty fast, let's get it together. We took an opportunity. It was a 10-hour drive, basically, 9 hours, a little over 9 hours one way. And then that same 9 hours back, but with a U-Haul truck, which I'm happy to report drove a lot better than my motorhome. So it was a little more comfortable. No, it's about 10 feet smaller too, which is great. Anyhow, yeah. So we kind of got back, and I was exhausted. I was absolutely beat. There's no excuse. Both of us, actually. Anyhow, so let's see what we got here. So this week, and I've got a nice close-up view of it coming up here. Let me pull this thing closer. I still have to work on getting a better way to see the chat from where I'm sitting, but I'm working on everything else. Look at this crazy cool little frame I've got. I completely forgot that I was going to animate it. All the little light bits down below are going to kind of do a slow, very analog looking, like, beep and move thing. It's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I forgot about that until I fired up OBS today. I think I worked on this like the night before we left for the move. I built the little analog looking screen because I've got this idea that this channel you're seeing me in is kind of going to be like a they had these things all over in Space 1999. You know, they had these wall communication units. They were these panels and just laying about in the middle of the base that had all the little, like, you know, timers and clocks and things, plus a bunch of blinky lights, which is very exciting. So I thought this would be a nice analogy for, like, my face cam part, plus the palette cam above me, and really anything else. You know, cat cams, when I finally get off my butt and do that. But anyway, so that's where that was at. And plus, this view that I'm using, we'll get to the painting part, I promise, the technical details. The camera this time, I'm using my telephoto lens today because this is actually a pretty small painting board. This is a, gosh, what is this? Oh yeah, this is the Richardson painting board. It's actually a more accurate gray, I'm afraid, than the one on the art view. But yeah, that's actually pretty close. I got it. It's a good neutral gray. We're close. But anyhow, we had such fun last time painting casein. In fact, I still have the painting here. For those that weren't here 2 weeks ago on our last painting, I had this one. So that was the one we did 2 weeks ago, just before we went and did the move, and I liked. I was having a lot of fun with casein, and now the Pandora's box is out. Plus, to be perfectly honest with you, I have all of the casein paint still set up here from last time, so it made just a lot of sense for me to consider doing this again. Anyhow, let's. I'm gonna move this safely out of the way. There we go. And I actually, believe it or not, I found this gorgeous piece of trash in our local grocery store. And I thought, woo, that would be fun for story time with Christopher Dahl. With some very classics. Oh, look, we have the mush. So yeah, I actually haven't even looked through this. I have no idea what they have. But, oh, look, I bet it's one of their mad musicals. Try Panic. There we go. Anyhow. Hey, Joan Hunter's here. Hello, greetings. Glad you made it in. Got here just in time. I'm just blabbing my jaws here about Mad Magazine, which, of course, is probably the curse of all parents of all generations. I'm glad you made it through. Thank you. Yeah, so we got this little card here, and you know, I'm gonna make an adjustment because remember, this is a professional live stream. Professional live. Awesome. Oh, see, I'm just not. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It does not lock it. I guess I'm gonna miss one corner. Okay, that's all right. There we go. All right, cool. That's just annoying. Oh boy. There we go. This will be the perfectionist in me coming out, right? And then I could just kind of slide that on over. There we go. See that I could have just done that. Amazing. The drink of choice tonight is a soft drink of a cola variety. That'd be the best way to put it. Here we go. A little bit. There we are. I'm not going to give out the name because they're not sponsoring me. Right. So we got a really cool chill synth wave going on here. And yeah, I even have the, gosh, that's actually pretty close, isn't it? I have managed to get the palette on here pretty good. And I don't think my head is going to get in the way of this right now, which is really great. All right, so this week, let's see. Do we want to do a nice Shiva blue? Okay, I kind of wanted to do sort of a fancy sci-fi cityscape scene sort of thing, if that's okay with all of you. Let me just pull that back over. There we go. Let's see. Ultramarine, cobalt. Yeah, let's get some. Let's get a little bit of this. So again, this is with our casein paint this week. So I've got some. I'm going to go with this Shiva blue. Deep. It's a phthalo. It's a phthalo blue, if you will. And let's just go ahead and get some paints going. All right. Here we go. Oh, that's better. Okay. Anyhow, I want to get kind of a nice background color going. So I'm going to start with some blue. I need a little bit of white. There we go. Well, I learned something new about, positioning things in this setup every week. So that's pretty cool. All right. And one of these. There we go. I want to get basically a... Is that going to be able to... Yeah, you'll be able to see that. There we go. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do with the palette cam, right? I want to be able to do something fun like that. Now, I don't... This blue is a little too hot, so I'm going to get a little bit of an orange. I'm going to go straight for the cadmium orange. There we go. Just to have a little bit of that out. Keep that handy. This is going to gray down the tone a little bit. Don't need a lot. I just want a good background color. I was listening to some wonderful, like, keyboard music, if you will. Synthesizers, the kinds of things that all sorts of musicians have used. And I haven't been very good at music myself, although it's something I would aspire to. So I don't really have a good sense of the... like... I don't really have a good sense of the landscape of the technology, honestly. Oh, you can see a shadow in there somewhere. Where's that shadow coming from? That's fine. It is clearly my head. Okay. But it would be really great to be able to have some ability to produce music for my little shorts and my little live stream. There we go. All right. Let's got a nice blue here. I'm just making this up as I go, people. I'm just gonna do some really cool sci-fi buildings. But yeah, here we go. We're just gonna see how this works out. Pretty cool. And because I'm not painting on a canvas, this is actually a piece of masonite with some gray gesso on it. Everything's pretty flat. Thank you, Kieran. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're just kind of gonna have some fun with this. And maybe it's a bay. So yeah, maybe we see some of all these in there. There we go. I am sorry that this is on like an angle. I know if it's jarring, I'm gonna change it. But for tonight, it seemed like a good way to go. I'm going to introduce a different color to the mix. I've got some Shiva Violet. Not a lot. I'm just going to bring a little bit on. There we go. And a... what do I want? Yep. I have rose red here in the casein. This acts kind of as my quinacridone magenta. The Cliffs of Insanity. Exactly. Alright. And I'm gonna go get a little bit of raw umber, which is gonna be a darker orange. Oh, hey, I'm gonna get a lot of that. I should have remembered that. That's okay. It's just liquid from the paint sitting there for so long. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this blue, a little bit of this violet, a little touch of this. Not a lot, just a little bit. And then some orange, and a little bit of that. And this will make up a real nice chromatic black, but not quite all the way black, because I have a couple of lighter colors in it. It's a little purple, but that's okay. We're going to just go with it. I don't want anything like too black. I just want something that's going to turn the corner color-wise from these very light blues. There we go. I need a thing to hold my palette knives. Awesome. Take a look back on there. Let's get this. Oh, you know what? Somewhere. Almost forgot my trusty spray bottle here. There we go. Yeah, we're just gonna throw that in. A little bit more burnt umber, I think. And this is a lot of the time that I spend on here is just this, it is just messing with the colors. Whoops. Ah. Public playlist, live stream, all clear. Okay, cool. Awesome. There we go. All right, cool. Okay, sorry, folks. Wanted to take a look. This is me getting distracted. Imagine that. Okay. I don't think I turned that off, did I? No, I did not. There we go. There we go. Actually is pretty dark. I guess I have to decide. I think the light's going to come from this side, so... Although that's kind of a graphic mistake, having this building and then this one. Yeah, I can't do that. I'm going to have to break that up. I have plans for this, and it does not include that, so... You prefer your umber medium rare. Thank you. How you doing, Andrew? Good to see you. Yeah. I don't know what this music is, but it sounds like Logan's Run music. I'm always on the lookout for some really cool, like, synthwave stuff that is royalty free and can be used on, I don't know, Space Art live stream on YouTube, maybe. All right, see if I can get some. And get a little lighter version of this now, and we're gonna get some buildings in the background. Yo. Because what self-respecting spaceport on some different world wouldn't have, like, a bunch of buildings? Maybe the Tyrell building, or, I don't know, the Abattoir 9000 building. You know, I don't really know where I'm going with this, honestly. It's going to be kind of an exploration. But I do need more white. Where did the white go? Where did I put my white? There we go. I dumped it right where I shouldn't have. This is literally somebody sitting here at the keyboard just turning a knob every few cycles. Ooh, I do need a little bit of a yellow. Hang on a second. I'm going to go with a little cadmium yellow light here. Let's see. I'll put that over there. Keep my yellows on that side. There we go. Grab a little bit of that. I know it's going to turn it a little green. That's okay. I wanted kind of a warmer tone anyway. This will work. I think it'll work. We'll find out. Let's see if it works, shall we? Probably could have been better ways to handle it, but that's all right. We'll get it. Get it. In fact, I think I'm going to do it this way. This was kind of what I was thinking of doing anyway. Let's get a little bit of this going. There we go. And then this one, oh yeah, the front of this building right here. I think there's going to be little buildings on the left and right. In and around here. Like that. Yeah, there we go. So there's going to be a lot of little... Go upright. I really, this brush is probably too big. I think I've gotten to the end of its usefulness in this project. Go into a smaller brush. I'm going to try a round brush. Let's just see if this will be nice to me. Still a little large. Not my smallest round brush, but we're going to make it work. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I think this is going to be what we do. Boy, that's really... I keep adding white to it, and it's just not brightening up. I really got it right to the point there. That's okay. I can use this in a different fashion. Oh, I was going to do these. Okay. Well, now I've trapped myself, though, because I don't know what I'm going to do for the sky now. I think we've got ourselves in kind of a musty orange sky. So, huh. Okay. Well, I'm going to work with the colors I've got. So I'm going to grab this orange. Let it get muddied up a bunch with this purple. And start getting this in here. And let's see what happens. Thank you, Rhonda. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same. I think I'm going to start with this to get my undertones a little bit, and then work our way to that. And then I think kind of a magenta. This is going to be pretty hot right now. I gotta tone that down a bit. There we go. A lot of sulfur in the air. Yep. We're going full Blade Runner, right? I mean, you know, we got the music. Anyway, that was the. I think I started and I got distracted by the painting. I've been listening to some really cool synth music outside of the stuff that I'm playing here on the stream, and yeah, it definitely has that same vibe as a 1980s, sci-fi soundtrack like Blade Runner. So I kind of got Futuristic City sort of stuck in my brain a little bit, I guess you could say. And I'm just going to kind of work the scene a little bit and see what we've got. Of course, with this kind of sky, a lot of these buildings are going to have a little different tone to their shadows. Hey, Wes here. How you doing? A cityscape. Looks like Boston circa 2001. I love it. Yeah, we're coming in and cleaning up the place. I'm gonna have to have a little bit of this in the shadow zones, just because of so much of that. And then I want some of this down here. Okay, here we go. That's okay. I like where we're going. Oh man. What light is giving me that shadow? Holy smokes. Is it this one behind me? Whoa. Okay, hold tight. Hang on, everybody. Well, I found the culprit, right? Oh my gosh. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Crazy. Okay, there we go. It's lovely mud. Yes, thank you very much. We have particularly nice mud here today. All of a sudden, I have this music that is basically like, what's playing? What do I have on here? No, I do not want that. Hold tight. That was it. Oh my gosh, I don't think I had the right track. I hate Spotify. I really do. Hey Chris, how you doing? Tonight, no, tonight we're using casein. We are using this lovely this is by Richardson. Hopefully that's kind of clear, reasonably clear, right? Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So it's actually very similar to acrylic. It is a water-based paint. Gosh, I lost all my light. Bummer. Okay. It's a water-based paint, and it actually it's the predecessor to gouache, if you will. All right, let me make a quick adjustment on that light. I turned one light off, and now this painting looks like trash. Well, no, I don't mean it looks like trash. No. It's not my skill, I promise. Let me see if I can do something about it. Hang tight. Here we go. All right. Hey, thanks everyone for joining tonight. Yeah, sorry, I kind of got into a little got my brain going a little bit there tonight. Yeah, so it's a water-based paint. As you can see, it's kind of running on some here, but that's okay. We're just getting the sketch anyway. It can go down. It can go down like a thick acrylic. It's really nice. Sorry. Wanted the drink. Edie says, in the area of future fiction, it's amazing how we went from Star Trek to Blade Runner. Yes, TV shows like The Twilight Zone and films like On the Beach were dark, but they stood out in general optimism of the day. Well, yeah, everybody has kind of a, the whole idea of dystopic fiction certainly was around a lot longer than before Blade Runner. But Blade Runner certainly introduced it in a way that was hard to avoid, right? So, yeah, I still remember when my dad took my brother and I to see it with our neighbors, the Dashners. And yeah, it was really, it was really pretty mind-blowing, to me anyway. I had the privilege, though, of having read a lot of these Starlog magazines at the time. So I was kind of prepared for what was coming up and had seen some of the work that was being done on it. But it's not till you actually sit in the theater and see something like that. And remember, if you've never seen it, wow, you know, it's a pretty cool experience. Yeah. So it did actually, it was genre-breaking. But certainly there, I would say that in the lineage of science fiction writers, Philip K. Dick, who wrote the book that Blade Runner was based on, certainly was one of the darker artists. But you don't have to go too much further to find somebody that's even a little bit more frightening, right? So yeah. Oh, I love it, Edie. That is my. When I ever get into talking about like top 10 favorite science fiction movies, I guarantee you Blade Runner is going to be in that. So yeah. Oops, sorry, wrong button. There we go. All right, I got a little run here, but I'm just going to elect to not worry about it. I like that we've got this thing coated right now. I think I want to get some darker colors. Not darker, but I want to adjust the color range a little bit here on the other side of the other side of the fence. A little bit of extra magenta, maybe. I'm probably out of. Let me slide my cart here a little bit. There we go. I can move that around. Blade Runner is better than Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, but the book helped me understand the movie. Yeah, you know, it's let's see, how's that gonna look? It's kind of got a reddish lipstick look to it. Not sure if I like that. We'll see. Yeah, you know, it is. It's a different animal, right? I don't feel like, and I actually saw Blade Runner before I read Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep. So I at least had the benefit, I think, of oh, this is a mistake. That's okay. At least I had the benefit of seeing the movie, and enough of my friends had read the book that they were able to kind of warn me, which is kind of cool. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're just gonna have some fun there. Okay, I'm gonna pull that back a little bit. I'm gonna reapproach that one. Bum ba-dum. Hey, Gold Dragon's here. How you doing today, Gold Dragon? Whoop. Ooh. I just realized I think what had me I think when I hit play on Spotify, I think I was playing an artist who I do not have permission to use her stuff. So this VOD may be going away at some point. Destroy the VOD! Destroy the VOD! All right, I'm gonna bring this back. I need some more orange. But yeah, I'm kind of digging the setup here a little bit. It's every week I do something a little bit different with it, right? So, hello everyone. Doing well, hanging out in Hotlanta for work. Oh yeah. Well, hope you're down there on Peachtree Lane at the Peachtree Hotel in the corner of Peachtree Street and Peachtree Avenue and Peachtree Street 2. Those are my memories of Atlanta. Hey, go down to Peach Street till you hit Peach Street, and then you go to Peach Street and turn at Peach Street. If my pal Steve Iverson was on here, I'd be giving him shit. So yeah, there we go. Hey, Speed Dom, how you doing? Greetings, welcome aboard. Yeah, I like giving the Atlanta natives a little grief. Nah, it's a beautiful city. I last time I was in Atlanta was 2005 for a Microsoft conference thing. Yeah, they had me doing a tech demo. I'm like, are you guys stupid? I wasn't even there as a UI designer. I was there as a program manager from this group, and oh, it was a disaster. They're like, yeah, you know, you didn't do very well. I'm like, yeah, no shit. You think I care about your grade on my fucking conference? Oh, sorry. Language, folks. Sorry. Forgive me. Boy, I tell you what, I start thinking Microsoft stories, and the language meter goes right through the roof. Oh, that's weird. Okay, cool. Got to make your famous pork tenderloin. Oh, very cool. That's awesome. Yeah, everything's peachy keen in Georgia, right? The hospital's literally had peach treated. Aha! I gotcha. See? I was right. God, I hate it when he's right. Oh. All right. I'm gonna get away from this hot orange a little bit. Let me see if I can get some warm, little gray down colors. Actually, I could do it right here. I've got a little bit of this, this purple. Okay, a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. A little touch of this. There we go. A bit of orange, a little bit of the blue. It's going to lighten it up and gray it a bit. Yeah, there we go. That's a little better. Hey, Ginger's here. How you doing? All right, and that's still a little bright, so I think I'm going to lighten that up with this. See, all that work to get the orange and the orange out, and I'm putting it back in again. All right, let's get that. We're going to get some... This is kind of going to be like a late evening, like you said. There's sulfur in the air, right? Oh, went the wrong direction with my brush. So I'm just going to happy accident a few things up in here, and then we'll get this in. All right, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna get a little bit of that, and I promise we will get to the yellows. I promise. Is the causeway coming up from the bottom of the painting, please? Yeah, I think so. I'll let you know when we get there. You know, I gotta be honest with you. All right, I'm not gonna lie. My brain is like sticking on what a causeway is, because that's just, that's just how things roll with me. I know intuitively, but yeah. Yeah, I was kind of thinking that we were like looking into a bay here, Edie. That kind of thing. But I need a little more orange in it, so there we go. Yeah. So yeah, we're kind of like looking at like maybe the city stretches around the other side. If you've been to like say, well, in your case, maybe you're like looking at Manhattan along here, and this is like, I don't know, Brooklyn, maybe. There's no bridges, but that kind of thing. That's kind of where I'm going with it, I guess you could say. Yeah. This looks good. Thank you, Ginger. I appreciate it. Woohoo! So mobile. I would love to try the pork. I'd be in on that. Yes. Alrighty. Let's see what we can do here next. Everything is like kind of wet. I actually, it's really weird. Usually when I do casein, I don't go this like wet. This is kind of like almost watercolor wet, really, right? But that's okay. We're gonna make it work. There we go. Let's get some cloud highlights in there. Okay, there we go. And then likewise, I'm trying to make sure that we have some reflections down here that reflect what I'm doing up top. You only know the Lake Pontchartrain Causeway, north of Nolans. Longest bridge at 27 miles, I believe. I've actually... I did not go on that one, but I was in that area once too. All right, let's see. Oh, yellows. I think I need... I think I need to go to my cadmium yellow mediums for my yellows. I'll put that up here. So hey folks, now that you're watching it for a little bit, let me know what you think of my paint palette. Does casein dry slower than acrylic? No, actually, Iridium, it dries about the same. It depends on how thick it goes, and both with casein and acrylic, they can get dry to a point where you can paint over them. And then when they sit overnight, they kind of cure, if that makes any sense. And after that, they're impervious to water. So, yeah. But yeah, very, very similar. So I'm going in with the cadmium yellow medium here. And we're going to see if we can get some sky going. There we go. But like acrylic Iridium, casein has a little bit of a color shift when it dries. That's also something that's pretty annoying to people first learning to paint and trying to choose between casein and oil. I mean, oils has a little bit of a color shift too. I don't feel like it's quite as drastic. I mean, once you get used to the fact that when paint's dry, they dry very matte, and that'll be different than a glossy paint. Oh, that's the other big difference. This paint really dries pretty matte. So, yeah. Came back to a whole sky. Oh, you went and got snacks. Yay, awesome. Yeah, we got a whole sky. Yeah. Pretty neat. But now that I got all these fancy colors on here, I'm actually going to have to really work on some highlights. Okay, I'm going to take my break a little bit early. I'm going to go ahead and step away for a few minutes. I will leave you with a painting. I won't be long. When I come right back, we're going to continue getting this scene together. So don't go away. There we go. It happens to the best of us. What can I say? You know? Yeah. Oh, get this on. Okay. Thank you everyone for sticking around. We're gonna get onto some real fun stuff on this painting. I'm excited. I'm gonna mix up another dark. Okay, while we're listening to music, I'm going to mix up another. This one I want more black. So let's see if I can really punch this one into that territory. We're going to do that and that. A little bit more of this. There we go. There we go. That's going to be a good dark. It's still a little purple. Let me get some more of this. There we go. Yeah, I think I'm going to work with that. Okay. I might just go straight. I might just go straight for black on the next pass, but let me do this one for now. Okay. Need a thing. Going for a little thinner brush this time. You know, my colors on this are definitely a little shocking. So I'm going to be trying to gray them down a little bit from here on out. That's probably too late. We'll see. All right. But I'm also trying to leave a lot of latitude for the real darks and the real lights on here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, while this all the rest of this stuff's kind of going in, I'm going to see if I can get some details in here. And, you know, see if we can do some fun stuff on this. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, I forgot I was going to do this. Hang tight. Whoa. There we go. Let's get a little close-up view on this painting. This is one of the other things I really wanted to do. And I'll make sure I keep my microphone out of the way. Zoomed in. And let me know too if it needs a little adjustment on focus there, okay? This is one of the other reasons I wanted to use this particular camera. Just kind of doing the thing. This painting needs a sit-go sign, right? Yeah. Or my Wally's logo thing. That would be kind of fun. This building here, though, is starting to look like Mr. Neutron, right? Or from Back to the Future. Hey, Speed Up! Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate it. Sorry to miss the rest. That's okay. I'm glad you made it. Thanks for joining. We will catch y'all next time, right? Oh, maybe this is a bridge. Maybe this is... Hey, you know what? I think Edie might be onto something. Maybe this is just a bridge. This thing on here. Okay. I think I can see what you were seeing, Edie, and I think I'm going to make that a bridge. What do you think? Chat, I'm calling an audible on my own painting, right? Bum, ba-dum, bum. Move it over there a little bit. Bum, 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 bum. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I like that idea a lot, actually. We're going with it. Anything with the word tube gets... Right. Tubes are fun, yes. It'd be like Mind the Gap, right? For all those of you who've been to London. And any of you that might be in London. Anybody here from London in the chat, please. Yeah. Good times. Okay. So I kind of like where that's going. I kind of dig that. Yes. Am I now down behind? Yeah, I'm now down. So I'm just gonna throw in a few details, and then we'll come back to that part later. I'll make sure I stay within the boundaries here of the. Okay. Nice thing. This is gonna dry a little like not black. Let's put it that way. Subway tubes are less fun than tubes. That's what. Totally tubular. Hey now. Okay, I need to take a little white to this color. I can't believe this guy's music is just kind of like on the freebie. Well, yeah. It's amazing. Okay, we're gonna get some of this in here. This purple. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. But I know I keep bringing out different yellows, but I need a yellow ochre this time. I was actually kind of thinking more like this was going to be a little bit more Sid Mead Blade Runner-y than it turned out to be, but that's okay. We're gonna just go with it, right? That's the beauty of these paintings. They you know, they all kind of morph a little bit. All right, cool. Still can't pull that off yet. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Let's just see if I can get to the beginning again of my thing here. There we go. This was the music we were supposed to have. I'm getting into so much trouble, YouTube. I think I thinned down this paint too much. I think I got to remix it. All right. Blah. Okay, I can't do it with this brush none. This one's a little older. There we go. Yeah, it's in the ballpark of what I wanted. It was, yeah, my other one was a little more pink, but that's okay. I'm just gonna go with it. All right. Let's spell them tubes. We're gonna take the tube. Straight lines, Chris. Straight lines. Oops. Okay, I'll just... I keep forgetting that I'm going out of this thing. Sorry about that, everyone. You get a few glints of light off these buildings in the background too, so we're gonna do those. Give them some distance. Here we go. Oops. Keep hitting my microphone too. Maybe this is a combination bridge and tunnel of some kind. I'm not sure. There we go. I feel like this one... My mushroom-shaped building needs some love, so we're going to do that. Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a disaster, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. Okay, let's see. I had to stop and think for a sec. Sorry, everyone. I'm going to put that out right there. Trying to get a nice light color here. Okay, there we go. Thank you all for joining me here tonight. I know I haven't been talking a lot. While I get this together, let me give you some idea what's coming up in the next couple of weeks. So, we're going to continue doing our Wednesday night live streams just like this. Ah, there we go. That's the color we wanted. Yeah. Brightness we wanted. So we're going to do, next week we'll be back on another Wednesday night live stream. And some of you were asking me if I'm ever going to finish a painting we started a couple of weeks ago, the Space Cat painting. And the answer to that question is yes, we are going to be finishing that painting. I'm going to be finishing it on its own live stream. And that live stream, and I don't mean to be a jerk about this, so please forgive me for doing this. That is going to be a Patreon-only live stream. So I will be making that announcement with my next little Patreon update. Patreon's a great way to support artists like myself, if you are so inclined. It's $5 a month, and you will be getting some really great behind-the-scenes stories, info, and things I don't normally share to the general public about things that are being done in the Space Art by Christopher Dahl Studios. Let's see where we're at here. So that's coming up pretty soon, and so that'll be my. I had to think about this whole, adding live streams to the week. It's been difficult to do, as you could tell. It's been a crazy year. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to continue with the free and in the clear live streams here, of course. And then I'm going to start adding some that are only available to Patreon subscribers. So that's coming up. And if you can't afford to join me on Patreon, that's fine too. What's going to happen is they will eventually be released later on to YouTube to the general public. But I mean, it might be months. It might be like 6 months, right? So as you can tell, I'm not really that good at getting on things that quickly. So that's coming up pretty soon. We're gonna be introducing a second live stream every week that will be just for Patreon subscribers, and it's gonna be more like a relaxed studio time, because we're gonna be doing some different things with it. So that's gonna be coming up. The model building live stream. I've got my model bench set up behind me. This is pretty fun. I should, it's coming together, and I want to do the model live stream for everybody and not just for the Patreon folks. But I don't have, sorry about that. I just bumped it. I don't have a good, time set for when that's going to happen yet. So I want to do them though. In fact, actually this week I was visited by the great Aztec dummy himself, Lou Dalmaso, who is responsible for many fantastic upgrade kits and other. Oh, sorry, let me move this over here. I'm working on this side now. Upgrade kits for Star Trek models. Well, his big thing is the masks. If you want to get that really great look on your Star Trek ships, you want to be talking to someone who sells Aztec dummies paint masks, because he's really good. Plus, he has a YouTube channel. Definitely check him out, Aztec Dummy. He's building some really cool stuff right now. He's building a gigantic Enterprise D from a kit that just got released, and it's enormous. It's really pretty cool too. I'm not gonna lie. I'm jealous as all get out. It'd be fun to build something like that. Who am I kidding? It would be a disaster to build something like that. So anyway, yeah, that was actually really cool. It was nice to run into one of my Wonderfest pals. Turns out he used to live in town here, so that was pretty fun. Anyway, yeah, I don't mean to dox the guy, but you know. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to get in some good details, and I feel like we're doing a pretty good job. Let me pull this back, and let's see if we can get this side on here. Actually, you know, Iridium, you were asking about drying time. This is actually starting to set up already. It's pretty cool. And I don't know if that's the... Yeah, it may be the board. It may just really like this gesso. It's the same people that that make the paint, if that helps any. Yeah. But I think we're kind of starting to get some, getting a little feel for it. Nice, yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, let me grab a little more yellow there. Okay. I don't know if I can pull off the water the water effect, but we'll see what we can do, right? Oh, maybe a little bit like that. There we go. Whoops. I keep forgetting I'm not on camera. I am so sorry, people. Let me redo it anyway. Since we have these orange-yellow skies, I'm going to see if I can't get... These are probably too big for this, but that's okay. We're just going to do it anyway. Try to get a little bit more on there. There we go. Thank you. Let's back over. I really like these kind of abstract scenes. I don't know. It's just sort of fun for me. Maybe a hint of a sign of some kind. Who knows? Yeah. Is that Godzilla emerging from the... Right? Wouldn't that be hilarious? Like, oh, yes. Pardon me, I didn't mean to eat your entire town. Godzilla shows up with Marvin the Martian's voice. And introducing... Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, okay, gotcha. I did a thing. There we go. Oh, that's a little, That's a little fuzzy, isn't it? Damn, my depth of field is like 6 inches tops. Thank you. Yeah, this is fun. This actually is from the Legal for Me to Play collection, so that's actually pretty cool. I like this. I like this mix. I think these are fun. This is probably the wrong way to go about this, but I think it's going to get the job done. Here we go. Cool thing about this is when I come in here with these white bits, it's gonna really sing. I don't know, this building I'm making back here kind of reminds me of the Kingdom out of Seattle. Here we go. I keep hitting this thing. I'm so sorry, everyone. Okay. Go, go, Godzilla. I remember it well, sir. These are really tiny details. I don't know how I can pull this off, but we're going to do it anyway. Go. Thank you, Jinja. Appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I keep working on things that are out of view. I was trying to get something that looked like maybe the sign up here. All right. I'm going to get out some black just to really give it that little, just a little touch of real black. Add a little water to that mix. That black's pretty dead. I should probably just use my acrylic. Well, we'll see how it goes though, right? That's actually quite nice. Yeah, that'll show. There. Can you mix acrylic and casein, or do they react with each other? Actually, you can. You can mix them. I haven't tried it myself. I'm going to pull the camera back just a little bit. The artist John Berkey used to do that. Oh, sorry, folks. I'm going to pull it back out just a bit more. There we go. And, oh, there we go. There we are. A little bit over, a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, he, I think he saw the value in a medium, mixing the two, if you will. And I never quite tried it myself, Iridium. But he used to pre-mix all of his paints and keep them in jars. So he would just like open them up and they'd be ready to go, which I'm sure was probably something he learned as an illustrator over the years. It just reminds me of something that, like, if you were just sitting at the table every day, all your colors that I'm always putting out one at a time, he just has them ready to go. And they were already partially mixed to the same consistency he likes to use. It's pretty fascinating. If I ever find out kind of how he approached it and why, I might try to replicate it. But yeah, I'm not really sure why he felt the need to mix casein and acrylic. You've seen people do that with acrylics, mix them with other mediums. Yeah, I just don't know what the benefit would be. I mean, I can see it if you were mixing, say, okay, so most of the casein paints are opaque, meaning they're, you're not going to be able to see through them, right? So, if I were if I were trying to do some kind of effect where I wanted to use an acrylic paint that was semi-transparent, I feel like that would probably be the case where I would try to mix them. Pre-mix them and have them all handy. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah, Rhonda. I feel like that's the sort of thing I would do if I were just in a production environment and I was turning out like 50 of these a week. Yeah, sure. Maybe I would do that. But I don't feel like that's something that I want to do. Was he the one that started with pigment powder and made his own? Oh, I don't think he did, Iridium, but he might have, because caseins, a lot of there were some colors that weren't readily available, but probably not a lot. I'll bet he worked mostly with commercial stuff. Mostly. I'm actually kind of digging this painting, and I don't really know what I want to do with it from here. I'm just going to look at it for a minute, and, oh, I know what we need, though. Well, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to be adding my little cadmium red to it. So, yeah, here we go. Yep. Hello. Little cadmium red. I've considered it, but I haven't really gotten to a point where I really need to. I haven't really felt the need to pull that off. So yeah, I like this little part of the painting because I feel like this little touch of red adds all the little bits that you need to consider this a finished painting. It's a bit of cheating, let me tell you. Okay, it's not. It's not cheating, I don't think. But in the same way that, I don't know. I guess it. This is going to complete the look. Let's put it that way. It's my rounding the corners, if you will, on a few colors that were left off in their pure form. It's amazing what just that little bit does. Here we go. You know what? I actually feel like I'm going to call this one. Maybe I need a little more white bits. Where's that? Yeah. I don't think I have enough of the white bits. I like the bright yellow orange on the... Thank you. I do too. It's kind of fun. I ended up getting what looks like a reflection in these buildings, and that wasn't the intent, but I'm just going to leave it. I think this will be the last thing I'm going to add to it. Yeah. All right. Coming right up. And thank you everybody for sticking around for this live stream tonight. We have I'm going to add a couple more little dots there. I'm trying to leave the white bits that will attract your eyes to various pieces. We'll just get a little bit over here. I know. I have to get some longer playlists. By the way, I think this has been a huge disaster. Not a disaster, but they keep ending too damn soon, or keep flipping. So I need to add more to it. There we go. All right, that's kind of fun. Okay. I am going to go ahead and proceed with my nom de plume. Sorry, signature. Nom de plume. Isn't nom de plume like no signature? No pen. No. I forget. Anyhow, thank you, Jinja. I appreciate it. I had fun with this one. We're going to bring this up. And I'm going to just do a little... There we go. I like these small paintings because I kind of feel like I can get them to a finished point a little bit more. But here we go. I am going to leave this as a, starbase on some futuristic planet of some kind. Who knows? Here we go. Let me pull it right on up here. See if we can see it in a little different light here. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Well, let's do this. There we go. Hey, nom de plume, pen name. Thank you, Edie. Appreciate that. My pen name. My pen name is my name. Yeah, there we go. All right. So that'll be going up on the old store here pretty soon. Thank you, everybody. All right. And this is a little dark in here. Let me go back to the art view so you can see it. There we go. Awesome. That was a good time. I know it's a little shorter live stream. I need to get maybe a little bigger board than this. But hey, with all that talk about all the stuff I've got piles of canvases out there, and I mean big ones. So we're going to be... this studio is going to have to crank out some paintings here pretty soon. Thank you. I appreciate it. Unfortunately, my camera mount for my iPhone broke just tonight as I was setting it up, so I can't do I couldn't do a what do you call it, a time lapse of this, so maybe another time. So anyhow, let's see, what are the other future things coming up here on the Space Art by Christopher Dahl live stream? You love the reflections? Thank you. I was trying to do those along the way. It was a good time. Thank you. I know some of you joined me on the Andrew Tischler live stream that he had this last week. Andrew Tischler is a painter out of New Zealand, and he does gorgeous landscapes. He teaches courses, and I just happened to catch him, and it was really fun to see somebody else's live stream. So Andrew, if you're watching, hello, thank you. It was a blast. His stuff is he's leagues out of he's way out of my league. I'm sorry. He does very realistic stuff. Hey, thank you, appreciate it. Good night. Thank you so much for joining. But yeah, we are going to be doing some fun stuff here. I'm in talks with somebody about introducing a podcast to the Space Art by Christopher Dahl experience. So I might be giving a little bit of thinking to that. And let's see what else we had set up here. Oh, the book. Yes. The long lost book has been picked up again. Anyhow, thank you all for joining tonight. I'm going to leave you this week with this painting, and we will catch you all next time. Follow me on Space Art by Christopher Dahl over on Facebook. I am Blackbird CD on Instagram, and of course right here as well. Thank you so much. What's that? He's way out of your league too, Christopher. Oh, I appreciate it, Edie. Thank you so much. Awesome, everybody. Have a good week. We will catch you all next time. Let us fire up the outro, shall we? Bum, ba-dum, bum.
All right, so I've taken my white paint with my little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere. All right, so I've taken my white paint.
So sorry,
my
folks.
Little fan brush here, and let's just see how crazy this goes. This is where I throw paint everywhere.
Oh, my apologies. I hit a button. That just kind of gives it an air of legitimacy that it doesn't deserve. I have Bob Ross the shit out of this painting.